Hey everyone, welcome to this week's subscriber question. And this subscriber question was introduced to us by BC. And BC wants to know, is cholesterol impacted by weightlifting, resistance exercise? I think the reason why BC was asking this is because I released a video talking about exactly how you can reduce your cholesterol levels by aerobic exercise or cardiovascular exercise. So I kind of went through a step-by-step process of how you can figure out a basic way to reduce your cholesterol levels by just doing long duration exercise. Now, to answer your question, BC, the answer is absolutely yes. So really any form of exercise is going to decrease cholesterol levels to a certain degree, some more than others. But it so happens that resistance training is an incredibly effective tool to use to decrease cholesterol levels. What's especially interesting is that you can use really any sort of intensity. You can use very high intense, like 90% of 1 rep max, or you can decrease it down to like 65% or 70% 1 rep max and just go for reps. And both of those will have a statistically significant, but also an applicably significant decrease on your cholesterol levels. Now, when we're talking about cholesterol levels, we're talking total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, and then we're going to actually see an increase in that what's called good cholesterol, HDL cholesterol. And what's really fascinating about this is essentially you're putting your body under metabolic stress, which is essentially what you're also doing for cardiovascular exercise, but you're doing it in a more steady state. So while the amount of cholesterol you're getting in within, let's say, a 15-second period, maybe less, with cardiovascular exercise, you're doing it for far longer, and therefore you're going to be sequestering a lot of that cholesterol that's found in those LDL particles. Somebody noted in one of the other videos, actually it might have been that video specifically, that LDL is not an actual cholesterol. It is made up of cholesterol as well as proteins as well as fatty acids. So I just want to make that distinction. I didn't make that distinction in the Praxis video because it's not supposed to be very theory-based. It's supposed to be more applicably based. But since this is a subscriber question, I'm going to kind of go off. So anyways, you end up sequestering those LDL particles are going to attach to the muscle cells, and then you're going to get these LDL receptors that are going to pull in this LDL particle, pull out the cholesterol that it might need, the fatty acids that it might need, things of that nature. And what you're actually going to end up seeing is that in the liver, you're going to start synthesizing more HDL particles. So if you think of low density lipoproteins, which are large, low density, so they tend to be more voluminous, then you start producing more high density, which is smaller pieces of cholesterol, and that's actually a very good thing. That's exactly what you want. So this HDL will go around and start clearing out your veins, arteries, and things of that nature, and kind of heal those areas that might have some issues with atherosclerosis, arteriosclerosis, whatever it might be. So to answer your question though, resistance training absolutely does have an impact on cholesterol, a very positive effect on cholesterol. And typically a rule of thumb is to think that as volume increases, your cholesterol levels will normalize, will become better and better and better. Probably up to a point, eventually you get to this high degree of stress that you can't recover from, and that might have other negative implications. But in terms of having that, if you just do resistance training, will that have an impact, a positive impact on your cholesterol? The answer is absolutely yes. So with that said, hopefully it was informative for you, BC, and whoever else was interested. A lot of you guys voted for this question. I will have a new subscriber poll posted for today. I still don't have the names. This whole medical school thing, it's tough to get all this stuff together and out. So I don't have the names, but the poll is up with new questions for you guys to vote on. And with that said, hopefully I have the pleasure of speaking with you guys next time. Have a good one, guys. See ya.